What's up? What is up here? Let's see if our board is aligned properly. Alright. Just waking up. Analysis board. Let's see. That doesn't look too bad. A little bit off. Alright, what's up, Mr. Coffee? Masturbate. Text. Text overlay video. Let's see. Where the hell is window capture? Shit. Window capture. Window capture there. Yeah. Sire. Siri. Here we go. How's Panda? Yeah, looks good. Hat's a little big, dude. Hey. 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 Don't know. What's up, guys? Good morning. Make music with your coffee. And Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee, alright. We need a confession. You know, this isn't gonna, we're just not gonna brush this under the rug, you know. We need to know why you're not at the Eastern Open. Because the Danube was flooded. It overran its banks. Wait, you live in Pennsylvania. Oh, they had a lot of rain, right? You had a lot of rain, winter storms. You tried, but your car got stuck. Your dog ate your homework. Did you really? I'll just ask you, was it a legit cancellation, or you think you're like a wuss? You be the judge, you know. I'll take your word for it. Alright. Anonymous player is challenging. A little this, a little that. A little bit of country. Asteroid loves that song. You got your sleep schedule turned upside down. What happened? Me too. I'm crazy with the staying up late now. I was playing blitz games at like 7 a.m. So you haven't been asleep since the last stream. What the hell are you doing? Do you play video games or something? Alright. Anonymous player. Inactive. Provisional. The warrior. The warrior just better not to chat. And challenge and don't complain about when it's your turn to play. Alright, anonymous player. 5+3. 5+3. Blitz chess. No deep commentary. I can't play the Kraken all the time. It's fun, but, you know, it's not that instructive for the viewers, so we want to get in some real openings. Addicted to Kraken. That'd be a better stream title. Happens sometimes if I get too much time off. Oh, yeah, you lose your like sense of direction. I get it. Yeah, that's sort of happening here as well with my family. Everybody's sleeping like super late. We're like lacking focus. Kids don't have to go to school, so it loses its time loses its sort of structure. Lack of structure, Mr. Coffee. That's what it is. It's the lack of structure. D4 right away variation. I saw there's another blog we can make fun of. There's another Grandmaster in on the blog action now. This guy Illingworth from Australia. I heard a bad report about him previously. But I like how Grandmaster makes a blog called, you know, what does it take to get to the 1600 level? Are you fucking kidding me? Alright. Talk about overqualified. How does this guy even identify if he's supposed to be a Grandmaster with the 1600? What it takes to be 1600? You're overqualified, dude. You can't even possibly imagine what it takes to get to the 1600 level. So to Arapaima. Don't know. Knight A5, right? What happens if pawn takes pawn? I don't know, man. I just hate the blogs, and I want to take it out on these losers who are like, I want to just read like the lichess statement after this, okay? And then you guys tell me whether that's freaking advertising. No ads. That's like the cardinal rule of lichess. Those blogs are nothing but ads. I want I want a refund. Freaking lichess mission. Just, it's heartbreaking. Now, how do I make sure that the e5 pawn stays protected without giving up my bishop? I just need to rant. I need to rant like Mr. Coffee needs sleep. I had really interesting dreams, I just don't remember them. Unfortunately, don't you hate that? Like, I know I had really interesting dreams last night, but I can't remember shit. It's in there locked away in your brain somewhere. And you're just like, oh man. You know that feeling like you wake up and you're like, oh yeah, I had really cool dreams last night. But I don't have a clue what it was about. Where does it go? You know? You're like, where? It was right on the tip of my brain. Is it like locked away in some compartment somewhere? Now what do I do? Where's my bishop going? If it retreats, it's going back there. When in doubt, play rook e8. It's the Roy Lopez. Yeah, dream notebooks. You just carried around drugs for everyone. Well, I would feel better if I knew what I freaking dreamed about. Or dreamt about. I don't know what you're supposed to say, but it's really annoying. Bishop g5. Anonymous player is pretty serious today. D5? No. We'll never play that move. Can I do without c5? Should I have played c5 right away? I was afraid to give up the d5 square. This is weak point. Ned, welcome. Glad to have you back with us. Are you back to work? Is that what's going on here? Nitog. Back to work. You are back to work. Yes, that's what I thought you'd do. Yeah, what am I gonna do? This is stupid. Okay. Let's get checkmated. The Benoni. It's a bad feeling about this. But why? You haveth a strong pawneth on e4th. Congratulationeth. It's Dutch. Good opening. I want to learn it. It's Dutch. Oh my god, here's the opening. The opening question of the day. Ask Max Illingworth what it takes to get to the 800 level. Dutch is a very difficult opening to play, and I do not really recommend that, for people who are starting out. I think that's a tough one. That's a tough one. My bishop is trapped. Not really. That was a nice cheapo try there with the mate on h7. Cheapo try. Cheaposh Ishtvan. That could be a name, Cheaposh Ishtvan. Cheaposh means like spicy. Spicy Ishtvan. Don't listen to Nedog. He's really not qualified to be advising people. The Sveshnikov is also, I think, not a good choice. Petrov defense is okay. Yeah, you want to stay close to the fundamentals. I know lots of theory, lol. Nadog is 8 years old. Just ignore him. So what happened to my pawn structure? What happened to your pawn structure? What's happening here? This game is like going crazy. Oh, I win material or else. Can't calculate one move deep. Yeah, but that's pretty crazy what he just did. I mean, how did that happen? What happened to your king side? I feel like I'm not awake yet. Queen e3. Yep. You lost control. No, the Sveshnikov is Dutch. These openings with static weaknesses were king safety issue, the Dutch f5, the Sveshnikov with the weak d5 square. I mean, I don't think these are ideal recommendations. I think it takes just a lot of time to learn the Dutch. That's probably not a great idea for anyone under 1800. Sveshnikov maybe not as bad, but at this point, like, nobody even plays theory online. It depends if you're playing online or over the board in tournaments too. Anyway. What's up? Next game. Alright, so what happened here? We played normally and then the game just went off a cliff. Totally normal position. Yeah, see the cliff? There's the cliff. Why did you let your game go down a cliff? Ugh. Disaster. It's all been played before. Parkani Attila against Hetani Geza. My team is called the Hetani Geza because he died and left all his money to the chess team. Well, some of it anyway. It's cool when you know these people. Alright, knight f1. Yeah. Novelty. Yeah, I expected h3. Miklos. Personally, I'm not a big fan of this line. So this is all standard. My knight d7 isn't very common. That's like the best move. Probably the best move, that's all. d5 is playable, surprisingly. Wow. Bratmir. Use the line. I had a good success with Terzo. Well, I don't know. Terzo is Terzo. Terzo's weird. I think I only have an even score against Terzo. I lost the first time we played. Then I think I lost another game at some point, but I definitely have a couple of wins. Okay, he's not great. He's very strange, you know, I don't know. He wasn't a bad player at some point, then he got weirder. He seemed to get weirder and weirder. I don't know what his deal is. Usually you do c5 and queen c7. Well, yeah, I mean, I think in general that's pretty much true in the Royal Lopez. I had 4 cent-upon loss in the closed Lopez lines. No, I played it correctly. I mean, I don't know what White was doing. I felt he was fine, you know. We're basically following some games here. White is a little bit better. Until this point where he just lost his mind and played knight g3. So what do you have to play here? Like rook d1 or something? Oh, so knight f1 is bad. Or what about well, you have to do something about the central pawn situation. I was looking at these pawn sacks. Just 4 cent-upon loss. Yeah, not a bad game. Oh, I see. Wow, that's crazy. So most people play pawn takes pawn here. White doesn't have tons of wins, but there are some there. So that sort of takes the fun out of it. So I know d5 is a move, and this is a move, but I didn't come prepared to play this today. I haven't played a game in this line in ages, or even much at all in the first place. So, what's up, everybody? Let's get some challenges. 5 plus 3. I'm not here to analyze. Now, you have a pretty good vocabulary for someone who's 5 years old. Next week, if I live that long. But anyway, I just want to read something to you guys. Look at this. All right, lichess. Lichess. About lichess. Today, lichess. About lichess is a free. Blah 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 blah. Where's the thing? Our mission, or let me see. Terms of service. Do not cheat. Don't do bad things. Damn it. I gotta find the. Lichess, about lichess.org. Howard Bow Materials. Damn it. Be nice. Fuck that. Block ads. What do you mean, what ads? Contribute, change log source code, title verification, contact. I need an account. I want to report a player. Collaboration. See, here, I want to just say this. Here, monetizing lichess. We're not interested in any way of monetizing lichess. We will never display any kind of ads. We will never display any kind of ads. I mean, what do you call those blogs on the front page? It's not an ad. It's not an ad. Okay, whatever. Buying lichess. Whatever. I just hate the freaking blogs, man. They are ads. Don't you get it? That these are ads. These are ads. That's what the definition of an ad is. Look at those guys, man. They're all grandmasters. What does it take to break 1600? Dude, this is freaking infomercial. Opening courses, are they worth buying? Raise your rating by cutting your losses. These are ads. How do you define ads? Seriously. I mean, ads have their place, but not on this site, so get out of here with that shit. I just am offended by this. How can lichess not understand that these are ads? This is the definition of an ad. It still can be an ad, dude. Advertisements are not, by definition, paid, you know. It's still an advertisement for these guys. It's promotional for them. Doesn't matter if it's paid. It shouldn't be there, and it should be, like, gotten rid of. These are advertisements by definition. They should go, you know. There's no question. It goes against the entire... It's just totally against the site mission. The mission of the site is just totally to be non-advertising. These guys are just using the site. And the sickest thing is there's people who hardly even play here and do it, you know. It's like they're not even members of the community. I'm not sure that the most recent, aren't they, like, maybe the most popular or something? Are you sure they're sorted by most recent? There just happen to be 3 grandmasters, maybe. I don't know how it's sorted. Maybe it's by most recent. It could be most popular. I have no idea. I just hate the blogs, and I think it's disgusting. They're total clickbait. It's not like sincere blogs. It's just clickbait. No, I mean, take it to chess.com, you know. I can't believe that Thibault and the lichess team allows that shit to fly. It's just disgusting. I can't believe that nobody bothers to complain, whatever. They like commercialism on the site. It's a nice break. Fire truck. That was weird. That was definitely some sort of fire truck. The bishop f4. This is a scary line. This is actual theory. But he doesn't normally play super sharply. I would say Schumacher is semi-sharp. Why do I allow this, this variation? Is a good question. Knight h5 is a thing in these types of lines. I don't know if I can afford doing like knight h5 and bishop g3, knight takes g3, like it was the London system. Years ago, I had a game with Justin Sarkar in Chicago Open or something. I don't remember where it was. I think it was in Chicago. Blog rants. I just get offended, man. Like Grandmaster telling us how do we reach 1600 level, dude. It's such a scam, clickbait. Give me a break, dude. Bishop d3. This is scary. Okay, you're not threatening me. Don't ask me why I'm living in Hungary or I have to kill you. I hate that. People ask me that. It's like, because America sucks. What should I tell you, You don't want to know. Hungary sucks too. But it sucks in different ways, That's the bottom line, really. It depends on, how you want your life to suck. Bishop takes b4, pawn takes b4, knight takes b4. It just depends on what you want to suck in your life, But I don't know. I just do stupid stuff and end up stuck with it. I moved to Hungary, now I'm stuck here. But I'm kind of glad I don't live in the United States. That would probably suck even worse. Pick your poison and live with it is basically... I have a plan B to move to Romania if the dictatorship here gets too out of control. Yesterday we had a raid from Grandmaster Mircea Parlygrass, who's Romanian. It was nice of him to raid the stream. We haven't had a raid in ages, so that was cool. Grandmaster Schumacher. What's up with this position, dude? Queen e8, a5. Problem with a5 is would leave my knight with literally nowhere to go. I probably ought to consider playing d5 at some point. If you play rook d1, it's going to be hard to castle queenside, I would imagine. d5, pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. Bishop f5, that's freaking annoying. I don't know. White's played a little loosely with that b4. I don't like b4. Other than that, everything you did is is good, but b4. I remember seeing this one game where I want to say it was like Georgian Grandmaster, don't remember his name now, Isoria played this, or somebody had bishop takes b4. Did this happen in reality? d5, knight takes b4. Oh. You think we can do that, maybe? Knight takes b4. The knight takes b4 before Christmas. What's today's time control? Don't remember. I just get deeply psychologically upset by blogs. He just didn't take it. That's one solution. Simply don't take it. Very nice. Well, if you're going to castle kingside, at least, damn it. If you're going to castle kingside, you can't do g4, g5 against me. I mean, you can do it, but it's not recommended. Knight h5? No. This is a problem. Damn it. What's up with knight h5? He's so fast, dude. It's insane. Hurry so fast. That's what I want to know. How is he so fast? How is he so fast and he's not... I keep asking this question, but how are you so fast, dude, and you're only like 1900? I still don't understand how that's possible. And he's like almost perfect, too. Ooh. Alright. I guess I played a bad variation. He's too good. I don't know. I'm tired of saying how good he is to be 1900, but seriously. It's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous how strong you are for your rating, dude. You know that, right? Yeah, I mean, maybe, but... I wouldn't call his style careful, would you? Jesus Christ. The speed is insane. You know, I mean, his speed is just out of control. He makes strong moves almost instantaneously. Yeah, maybe it's just against me. He tries super hard or something. That's a theory that might work. He does look kind of psycho. Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. He plays these moves without even calculating. This is what happened in the game I went over on Thursday. Jesus Christ, he just calmly comes up with this move. It's like Bishop A2 with no time, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, he's suspicious. Everybody's suspicious. Sometimes I think he's suspicious, yeah. I think everybody's suspicious. He's too fucking fast, you know, for his strength. And it's just out of control, you know. telling you, yeah, he's suspicious. Of course he's suspicious. I've played 300 and 400 games against him. He's playing this game like a grandmaster. In your head, 1900 lichess guy is probably 1600 FIDE. Yeah, that's about right. Right, and they should be really easy to beat. Exactly. No, I mean, his rating 1929 is like really strange. This is the kind of subtle move. He makes a lot of sort of subtle moves that aren't easy to see. See that? That's pretty subtle, dude. He's like driving me around, dude. It's like playing a computer. I mean, seriously, dude. You're playing this game like a computer. Very computer-like play by White in this game. But it's the speed that's the most disarming, you know. It would be like one or the other. Like either he plays really well or he plays really fast. But both. Sometimes he makes blunders. I just feel like I'm getting dragged around by a computer here. It's very strange, dude. The way he's played this game it's a bit too much, you know, honestly. It really is. It's like first thing in the morning, dude. You're playing like that well, that accurately, that fast. Whatever, man. I don't know, dude. I like him and all, but I still think he's a little bit sus. He's a pretty strong player. I don't know. On the other hand, it's kind of like... Yeah, he played a simul game against Rockport. I guess what bothers me is his lichess rating. Like, seriously, if he was like 2200... There are players who are a lot weaker than him who are like 2200. That's what bothers me. How could you be 1900? If he was 2200, I'd be completely okay with it. Why is he not 2200 or has never been 2200? That's so strange, you know? And he plays even better when he's like low on time and plays faster. What's this? Am I mated? Oh my god. Are you serious? You instantaneously saw this mating attack, dude? He's not suspicious. Look at this. Look at this, dude. Give me a break, dude. I mean, that's insane, dude. I'm sorry, but this game was like a bit over the top. There's no fucking way that you're like 1900 on lichess and play like that, dude. That's totally sus. It's just too much, man. It's too much. It's too much, dude. And you mate me with like this study like mate with no time left, you know. It's out of control, dude. That was a particularly easy position. Wasn't a particularly easy position. Yeah, I agree, dude. And he finds the moves like instantaneously. It's ridiculous, dude. I would have been like panicking with white. This is like many games like this he's played against me. 0 inaccuracies, 0 mistakes, 2 blunders. Why chat with him when I can wait for him to submit the game to the stream? For analysis stream. I was too scared. I didn't have time to calculate. I was too scared to take the knight on d5, but I had to take with the queen. I figured it was a draw or something. If he finds this move, he's definitely an engine. I expected pawn takes pawn, and I didn't see this at all. I was going to play king takes, which is lost. Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, he's not suspicious at all. 100% accuracy. No. It's just like his speed is too fast, dude. Too much pressure, too fast. At the end of the day, you look at it with the engine, and it doesn't seem sus at all. 4 inaccuracies, 2 mistakes, 2 blunders. But the constant pressure he's putting on me on the clock, he's like, boom, 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 the moves are just coming. You know, and again, like, he would be at least 2300. Yeah, dude, but you're playing with the speed of like a 2300. You've got to be at least 2300 to play this game. With the confidence and speed that you have. You know, and it's like fucking morning. How can you play so fast and only be 1900 on lichess? I mean, this is total bullshit. You're at least 2300 if you're anything, you know. The speed and confidence that you play with is unbelievable. You're just like a minute ahead of me. I can't believe there's no games here. Yeah, well, you better have at least 2200 in blitz. I don't understand how you go from 2200 to 1900. You better have at least 2200 because you're playing at least 2200 here. The way you're dominating me on the clock, you better be at least 2200. Seriously, how can you be 1900? How can you be 1900? What the heck are you doing, dude? Look at these games. Are you just drunk and like losing all your games? Look at this. He's just lose. You're just like losing every single game because you're drunk? Or what is that? How is he 1900? Look. Look at it. Look at a game against a 1900. There's no way you can lose this position. It was berserked. It was berserk. And then just tons of bullet. I mean, just so strong play in terms of time use. Very fast. I'm in a very difficult position. The computer wants me to play a5. I didn't like my knight here. What am I going to do with my knight? I told you, it's like embarrassing. I have people like making Reddit posts about me like sucking because I lose to 1900s on my stream. It's because of people like you. You make me look bad. You know, like crushing. Oh, I watched the IM get crushed by 1900. It's not cool, you know. It looks really bad for my image when I'm getting crushed by 1900s, dude. This is not funny, you know. You need to stop either crushing me or stop having a 1900 rating, because it's freaking embarrassing. Seriously. One or the other, you know. What am I supposed to play here? I'm not a computer. I can't play d5, then what am I supposed to do? How come there's no games from this position? Nobody played b4. How come there's no games from this position? That's even crazier. I don't understand. Like, we both played completely standard moves. So, check this out. Insane. No one played bishop d3 here for white. Why? What's wrong with bishop d3? There's absolutely nothing wrong with this move. It adds pressure to h7, and there's almost no downside. And he plays this. Theoretical novelty. Okay, on lichess it's not going to be a novelty. I'll tell you why, you know, most strong players don't play bishop d3. They like the rook here being active on the d file. I had a game like this against somebody once where they did maybe rook d1, but I don't know, man. Bishop d3 might well be the best move for white. It's very hard to say. Jesus Christ, b4. b4 is the only move you played that's kind of sus. Not sus in a cheating way, like sus in a sus way. Like, it's bad. This is a really optimistic move, you know, like, there's really no reason for you to play b4. You know, you're just like weakening your queen side. Of course, we played similar games. You only play one system, and you've played it for like 5 years, and I'm tired of playing the Nimzo because I've tried every goddamn variation against you. How do you not get bored with playing the same thing over and over again? I've at least tried to play like 20 different variations, but you always play the same thing. It just drives me crazy. b4, bishop e7, rook d1, and I couldn't find a5 because I was afraid to play that, and the computer gives me a question mark for d5. I looked at king h8, actually, but it still doesn't, you know, it doesn't resolve my position. So I did d5, which amounts to like a pawn sacrifice, essentially, here. Instantly, I missed knight takes before. It sucks anyway, so I'm just like lost. I thought I was just sacking a pawn. How bad can it be? So you're winning a pawn and you're +5. I got the winning a pawn part, but I didn't think you were +5 here. But the diagonal of death. Bishop d3 is like a huge theoretical improvement. You made some inaccuracies to give me a chance to survive. And then you gambled with this thing that, of course, doesn't work, but I had no time to figure it out. I have 30 seconds, and I like didn't take it. I have to take. This is my only move, and it just works. I mean, at the end of the day, you can say what you want. Like, the computer said white didn't play that well, he made inaccuracies, blah, 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 blah. That's fine, you know, and that's all technically true and all that, but on a practical level, white's play in this game was far superior to black's. Very practical play and excellent time advantage. You know, at the end of the day, I'm an IM and I had like 77% accuracy. White had 83. No, I mean, it's not my best game, but I feel like I played reasonably. But the thing is, like, most people who are 1900 cannot play that fast and maintain that kind of pressure It's the speed, the practical aspect of White's play. Not perfect, but like very strong. F6 acerbate. I'm afraid of this guy too, but at least he's really 2400. You should be like 2300. But you don't have a concept of how weak 1900 is, man. You understand how weak that is. Basically, the people who are 1900, yeah, man, whatever. You can't explain it, it's like, if it wasn't weird, I wouldn't say anything about it. What do you mean? He plays 5-0 all the time, Nedog. We just saw like 10 games where he played 5-0, and he doesn't. And that's what's weird, dude. That's what I'm telling you. You just saw the list. He lost all of his games in 5-0. I just scrolled up and down like a whole bunch of 5-0 games. He's literally playing 5-0 and not crushing people, I just don't like getting crushed by 1900s, man. Whatever. Am I supposed to like that? The simul game you crushed me the other day, that was like devastating. It's just very, very powerful. I feel like I'm playing a title player or something. All right. No, fix your rating, man. I'm telling you, I'm not joking. It's embarrassing. Fix your freaking rating. If you're that good, then fix it, and stop being 1900. It makes me look bad. I'm not joking. I'm serious. I'm going to have to enact a rule where I won't play you anymore. What do you mean you should try hard? Why do you try hard against me? You were lost 2 times. Yeah, and Wesley So is lost 2 times in the games when he beats Magnus. But you missed the whole point. What I'm saying is, on a practical level, your play is very strong. It doesn't matter if you're, lost 2 times. That doesn't matter. That's for computers, We're not supposed to be computers. People shouldn't take those CPL that literally at the end of the day. What am I supposed to do here? 95 was a really bad move, I guess. Another horrible position. God, this is terrible. This is really bad. Yeah, what did you do to me? You played d4 and now knight c3. God damn, that's an annoying move order. Yeah. This is a very annoying move order. Knight f3 player who plays knight c3 on move 3. And this is a nightmare. I lose to Schumacher and have to play Husky. Yeah, this is a terrible position. And Husky's much stronger in the opening than most players. But both these guys are very serious about their opening. But no, seriously, why do you play in the lichess? Why would you play in anything and not take it seriously? Try hard on lichess arenas. Why play if you're not going to try hard? I don't know. It's one thing if you're drunk or something. I get that. That's fun. But you should still try hard. Even if you're drunk, you should still try hard. I don't understand, like, playing, why we should always try hard. But yeah, I mean, you should actually, Nedot's point should actually make sense, you know? You're pretty fast, dude. Like, you really should be higher rated in sudden death type of time controls. You should dominate in 5-0. You really should. Dominate those other 1900s in 5-0. With that, the power you have. Okay, it doesn't matter how well you play the Nimzo. Because like 99% of your opponents probably don't play the Nimzo. So you're like great at playing the white side of the Nimzo for playing against me, but you're not playing people who play the Nimzo. You're playing people who play the Queen's Gambit Decline. Or something like that. $17.50. Move to India. You have an Indian rating. Okay, you're not really a classical. Classical takes a lot of time. I mean, to establish a rating. That's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't say anything else. Don't talk about your classical rating. I'll have to get out the Reddit forum or something. I could just see the Reddit posts coming. Weak IM loses to 1500s on lichess. Yeah, well, the FIDE rating system is totally broken. We know that. But I mean, originally it wasn't designed to accommodate everyone. I don't really like hang out on Reddit, but I do take offense to it when people post shit about me. It's better than like Quora or something. They're gonna bump up the FIDE ratings. Bump it up. This is like playing Schieberspieler. I hate my position. I hate my position. I'm gonna lose on time. What am I supposed to play? Like knight g8? I can play bishop d7. That's great. Very inspiring. And then like b4, b5 or something. I can't move. I'm like paralyzed. %. Plus 100. Congratulations. Damn, I hate this time control. Why do I make this time control 5+3? And then I get Husky and B-Jock. It could just be some random guys. It would be alright. But they're like attracted to this. They know they're going to flag me. I haven't seen Husky in a while, but he sees the 5-3 and he's like, I'm in there. I'm going to play Saji in 5+3. He knows I'm like tired, sleepy, whatever. 5+5 is good. Yeah, I mean, really I should play 5+5 because it's bad to switch the increments, you know? I mean, it makes me confused. God, finally a somewhat sus move by white. I mean sus in the worst possible way. D5? D5, anybody? You trying to play F4? God damn it, Jerry. So we're gonna allow D5 now. Allow. encourage, embrace. Yeah, this sucks. Ooh. That's ugly. I'm chilling. I just come to accept my fate. I should really play more like positional, safe chess. You think like the Nimzo would be fairly safe. I chose like the worst possible variation in that last game. I know that that's a bad variation. It's actually quite theoretical and bad. Now I also played a kind of dubious opening. In both games I got difficult openings to play against both of these guys, to be honest, and I shouldn't do that. Just makes life difficult for yourself, you know, when you get bad positions out of the gate. I'm still worse here, even with the backward E file. I gotta get my knight on track. Oh, free pawn. It's a ponda. He moved a little too fast there. How do I get my knight in the game? F6, G5. Yeah, but I mean, F4, you know. Okay, I never would have won this game if he doesn't hang his A pawn. But man, I had a bad position. I almost can't move. You know, I looked at D5, and I didn't think that could possibly work. So you played the opening perfectly. I was talking about this, you know. Now, he has a really chunky advantage. And then I had finally equalized when he hung his A pawn. he still has no losing chances. It's a draw. It's a draw. I mean, he just, like, you know, drops his A pawn. Despite the fact that he's backward here, it's not enough for me to win. I've played this kind of game before. You know, it's a draw. White's a tiny bit worse, but it's a draw. Then he just drops his pawn. I mean, now it's difficult. Yeah, he never had 96. He never has 96. But man, I had a bad position. The opening was bad. Knight a5 was dumb. In fact, like, to be honest with you, I didn't know what this is. You tricked me into playing the Pierce, first of all. And then you tricked me into playing the Pierce. And then you played the Bishop G5, and I had nothing against that. I don't know what to do against that. This is kind of a weird variation. Nefedov plays that. It's like Bishop E3. It's like Bishop E3, but more aggressive. You know, so like inducing me to play H6, which not even sure if it's a good move or not, honestly. Peter wants to play H6, Knight G4. Huh. Yeah, I don't get this variation. You know, I think it's like good for white. You just have a great position. I mean, this sucks for black. What am I supposed to play? C5 here. Ah. That is better. No, C5 is good now. So you're not supposed to do H3. You might want to preserve H4, H5, so Queen D2. Yeah, Queen D2 is better. But I ended up in this thing which was like a Schieberspieler attack. This is such a bad position for black. Wow, you apparently have E5. This is terrible. I'm just like a potser. I mean, I'm totally lost. I don't know what I was thinking with Knight A5. I mean, this is a trash. This is just a really bad move. Knight A5 is just absurd. I don't know. I forgot I was playing a 2400. Yeah, it looks like E5 is too early there. But I don't know why I played Knight A5. So I could have played Knight takes E4. You allow me to play Knight takes E4, and I almost equalize with this. So this is a mistake. We both made a lot of mistakes. Okay. Oh, Scrack. Scracken. Play the Scracken. Pandaro is a subscriber. Oh, it's Friday. It doesn't matter. I'll play Scracken next. Alright. It doesn't matter. Results don't matter. It's how you rant. Play the Scracken. Accelerated Scracken. I'm addicted to this opening. I mean, I know that it's a little shaky, but at the end of the day, we've got to have like our own opening. And we need merch. Schumacher is 1900. Try hard. Nedog subscribed to tier 1. Jesus, dude, you weren't a subscriber? Dude, what are you doing? You like left the game? You like one of those guys in the unrated games? Yeah, I the best move here is probably G6 objectively. Scracken. Scracken merch. Scracken dice. Hey, how the Boston Red Sox doing, Nedog? Spending big bucks on players in the off season. All right. Anyway, I'm no longer a Boston sports fan. It's all over. Maybe if you like basketball, the Celtics are good. All right. Let's see. Bishop f4. That I don't think I've ever faced before in this particular position. The London. It's a new move. A new old move. I don't recall anyone playing this previously. Though I bet I could have gotten this position from a London move order. So what am I supposed to play now? Well, I've had a tradition of getting bad positions today, so there's no reason to, destroy that. Let's keep getting bad positions. Truthfully, Bishop f4 is probably a pretty good move. First of all, it's a lot better than Bishop g5. It's not that easy to attack it. It has some pressure here. Much as I hate the London, I have to admit that this move isn't bad. Not a bad way to try to castle queenside, I guess, huh? What about b5, e5, b5, e5? Now b5, e5 takes. In the previous position, you line up queen f3 in situations where you play e5, you take with a knight, and then your queen pops out to f3, or your bishop or whatever. Here your queen's on this diagonal. So if you do e5, you're not jumping on my rook with queen f3. You've been here for 6 months, dude. Starting soon. Man, I wish I could do a longer stream, but I gotta do a lesson at 2 o'clock. I'm gonna stream tomorrow night. I normally am playing poker on Saturday nights, but because of New Year's, everything is messed up, and I'd be staying in Saturday night, so we'll host a Kraken versus Ponda team. I'll host a Kraken versus Ponda team battle tomorrow night. I'll send messages. See here, this bishop is relevant. If I try to do c5, the bishop has some scope. Usually this is a mistake. Usually everything I do is a mistake. Okay, a3 is definitely almost always not good. Ironically, a4 is good a lot of the time. Usually a4, I think that's a good default rule. A4 is usually better than a3, but this particular case now. Okay, I'm after the pawn. If your queen were on e2 instead of d2, you wouldn't have to worry about it. So I see that a lot more frequently. Bishop on d3, queen on e2. What is that thing, Grimace? Grimace? Aspie got real quiet. Is he sleeping? He's nodded off. Pawn takes d4. Pawn d4, pawn f6, pawn c3. Master had that trick. It's a Najdorf. Oh no, it's the semi-Slav. You have knight takes b5. Nah. If knight takes b5, I would just take on e5 and I win a piece. That was a close one. Pawn f6, pawn c3, queen c3, bishop f6. And Pandaro. Well, build the wall. Oh, bishop takes d6. It's a nice move. So white has bishop takes f6, bishop takes d6. Queen d6 doesn't work. Okay, doesn't work. Wow, it took me forever to calculate that. There you are. Bishop d6, queen d6, bishop e5 check, king e7. Very deep. I saw that. I was almost convinced he could play this. The puppies are not puppies anymore. Guppies. He's just sacked a pawn for open lines. No big deal. White's pieces are well placed. I really don't need another pawn. What am I supposed to do with another pawn? Nella, thanks for subscribing. You're such a nerd. A shampoodle. And Nella wasn't, Asprey wasn't here to hear this. He likes stupid jokes. But I don't get it, man. Shampoodle. Oh. I got it. Mastering pawn structures. You're gonna sacrifice, aren't you? I have to castle. I know that it's a compromise, but it's a compromise I'm willing to make. He just couldn't help himself. He had to sacrifice anyway. That was the plan. Addicted to sacrifices. It's just a bishop, nothing major. You see, that was a good game. What was up with the opening, though? Bishop f4 is TN. Now let's see my games, right? Yeah, I've had more games here than up here with my Smurf account, and tons of unrated games or anonymous games. But you're the first person in the 10 on this account that are rated, or I mean that are not anonymous. There's 10 games here. You're the first person to play Bishop F4. This is not a bad move. You know, I think Bishop F4 is okay. But maybe your queen placement. I get it, like you want a castle queenside, but better to just go here. Yeah, see, now you have to replace your queen to e2. That's the whole problem. Or else get really inventive and play a3. And then e5. Yeah, e5 was punished. And only c takes d. This is the key. So I played this pretty well. When I'm calm and I'm collected, I play pretty well. But, like, I get, you know, jumped by those guys. Especially Schumacher, who's, like, waiting like a... He, like, has 6 Red Bulls for breakfast. And then, like, challenges me before I even get on the stream. He's, like, waiting to just jump me. Hey! I'm playing d4. Yeah, guys. I've been playing only e4 and blitz lately, so it's refreshing to not play e4. I hate the King's Indian. Please play the Grunfeld. Actually, I don't care. I hate both. I hate both equally. Max Scrack. Grunfeld is a good opening. No, speaking of openings, you should play. I mean, although it is very theoretical, I would recommend the Grunfeld, not the Dutch. Grunfeld was like my second opening against d4. I think objectively, I did well with the Grunfeld for a while, and then I quit it eventually. I don't know why, without a really good reason. I stopped playing the Grunfeld. But Grunfeld is good. Maybe it's a bit too theoretical though. It's so kind of analyzed to death now. Like this variation, for example. I played this variation 30 years ago. This variation was invented 35 years ago. In the later 80s. Really, objectively, in the early 80s. I think you can find games going back to early 80s. Putting myself to sleep. No, like Mr. Coffee said earlier, 97 though, I don't know about this. I remember during the 95 Anand match, I played Patrick Wolf, and he had been like studying as Anand second. He had been prepping Anand, and they were playing A5. That move is not really popular. Don't know about 97 though. What's up with 97? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's something new. I don't think I've ever faced knight to d7 here. Pretty much every other legal move for black, no? Knight c6, queen e6, a5, bishop g4. Bishop g4 is like main line. Giving the pawn back variation. No. I don't ever give live lessons. I can count on like my hands like how many live lessons I've done in Budapest. My Hungarian is not good enough to really teach Hungarians, in English. And, well, at least traditionally it wasn't. Maybe it's better now, but the other thing is, like, we don't have a culture of, like, paying money for lessons here so much. The Hungarian players take lessons from Hungarian players, and I just teach people. I've had a few foreigners, like, occasionally here for tournaments, who I would, like, do training with and stuff. Once I was doing lessons with a guy from like Singapore. I mean, but I never really pursued it, to be honest. And if I wanted to make a business out of that, I could probably have done it. There's enough tournaments and foreign players coming here, but I'm much more comfortable just having a regular schedule, doing lessons online in my underwear. Queen e6. Yeah, I just don't like live lessons because I have to like get dressed and stuff. Before the endgame, the gods have placed the middle game. I have tremendous compensation. But it's not easy to judge how to advance these pawns and at the end of the day, I'm a pawn down. Pawn to down. Pawn to down syndrome. What are you doing? Oh, you want to go to A4? You want to put something on A4? No, this is a weird game. Is this a new account? We have 180 games. That's a lot. Rook e8 is a good move. I just don't really have a clear plan. I'm drifting with no plan. This is weird. He kind of played like a queen e6 variation. I don't know if this knight d7 is a real thing. It might be. Makes sense. I literally don't have a clue. But white sure is playing fast. He's fast, isn't he? Fast. Blockade. Is this sudden death? No. I don't like my position. I've messed it up. To a large degree here. It looks like I've messed it up quite a bit. To a great degree. Large degree. Skrakodlan. It's a weird name. Skrakodian. Well, you're just up a clear pawn for nothing. Congratulations. He's pretty freaking solid, no? I think I'm just completely lost. Speaking of computers. Resigning here is an option. Black's play was pretty powerful stuff. I think I can just resign. There's the lichess marathon going on. Is that why I have no viewers? QU. If I ever had a plan, maybe I would have a chance. Jesus Christ, another good move. What does that do? That's like a cheapo? Fork University. Fork U. But you remembered it from me or you remembered it from someone else? Because some people have attributed that idea to Larry. Was it you? Alright. Well, there was some rumor that it had been attributed. Larry had... Wow. Some connection to Fork University at some point. Larry. Why is this guy so fast, dude? 2111? Strong and fast. It's Schumacher's second account. He's just going with the pawns. That's pretty impressive. Do I ever have a threat? Who is this? Who is this player? And why did they play like God? So I faced this. Oh, so there's actual games. This is a real variation. Leiko has played it. Does anyone want to take credit for being this player? That's 2 engine moves, 3 engine moves in a row. 4, 5, 6, 7. This is not. 95 is some kind of mistake somehow. I was about to resign when they played 95. Why is 95 a blunder, though? What I don't understand, because of this move, of course, it's easy to see. Because my first reaction is to trade pieces when I'm down a pawn. But yeah, I mean, the bishop on c6 is killing me anyway, so I think in retrospect, this is the kind of move like you can find in a long game. But I prefer like banging my head on the wall. You don't think they're sus, do you? Shraken. 11 and 11. It looks like in rated games they're not sus. Just against me. They have 111 studies. Dude, this account was just created. They already have 111 studies. It's like 2 months old. It has 111 studies. Yes, it's sus. 19 CPL, 1 blunder. And the blunder is what? A6? Of course it's sus. A6 is a blunder because it's not even a real blunder. It's the second best move of the engine. Holy shit. Yeah, it's a totally sus game. Nah, this player is definitely, nah. Even their blunder was the engine number 2 move. Banned. Virtually 2-2. Oh, there's no games. They're 1100. Geez, out. Alright, that's it. I haven't timed anyone out today. One more comment about vacuum cleaners, and I'm gonna freaking time you out. Or whatever. I updated my drivers for NVIDIA, and it started to make my computer like do crazy shit. I'm sorry. Something happened when I updated the graphics drivers. It's all of a sudden it's all nuts. I'm sorry for updating my graphics drivers. Now it's totally going crazy when it's like processing and stuff. If I turn on the engine, it's like pure vacuum cleaner. No, I just did like... No, I didn't configure it. I just did like a recommended install or whatever. Do I look like a computer scientist? I don't even know how to do a chess stream. I was born in 1972. Oh no. I want to go back to college. Get my master's in psychology. And I could do like a thesis on, you know, aggression and passivity in gameplay. It's really interesting. Everybody leans on the aggressive side. This guy's 1100, and he's coming at me with everything he's got. No, he's not that psycho, actually. No, to be fair to Virtually, he's not as bad as most people. He's pretty controlled, actually. But it just makes me bring up the subject. The psychology of noob farming. With blogs on lichess, farming for... The latest bot I like is our new contributor, Max Illingworth. He's just straight up targeting the 1600 crew, the under 1600 crew. Very smart marketing. Just directly tell them what you want, you know. I'm targeting you guys under 1600 with my marketing campaign. Lots of grandmasters can identify with under 1600 level players. What we needed was, you know, and that's exactly what lichess needed, was another, you know, drifting grandmaster with a blog on lichess. So thanks to Max Chillingworth. There was a restaurant called Chillingworth, which was quite a good restaurant in Cape Cod, but Illingworth, I'd never heard of that before. All right, Chillingworth, perhaps they changed the name. And Illingworth, yo man, that's Illingworth. He had a bad report from my spy network. I never met the guy. But it's not a good sign when, you know, I've already heard bad things about you and I haven't even met you yet. All right. Just saying. I have my sources. Bishops are basically big pawns. Are they not? Oh, is that like a good blog post? Snake eats own butt? I mean, is that a good, like, kind of attention grabber? Sources can be false. What? Well, bro, you've got to know your sources. Do you think I just go around gossiping with everyone? I'm not that kind of girl, you know. I don't have too many friends, but the ones I have, you can trust them. No, I don't judge people based on random sources. I'm not a gossip person. Although I like gossip as much as the next person, but it's not my, like, thing, you know. But I trust my sources. They wouldn't be my sources if I didn't trust them. Okay, but even the best sources are biased or wrong sometimes. True. You can't be 100% sure. But who cares? I'm just saying it's a bad sign, that's all. Maybe he's the greatest guy in the world. just making blogs on lichess doesn't bode well for somebody, you know. Doesn't bode well. It's really pathetic, seriously. To be a grandmaster making blogs on lichess. Is this mate yet? Well, it used to be, but not so much anymore. Carissa Yip just got a GM norm by bashing a bunch of unrated players, you know, just to show you how much GM titles matter now. This, like, okay, Andrew Tang had one of those too, like a few years ago. One of his GM norms. But I'm sorry, like, winning the North American under 20 junior championship, where you're the highest rated player and there's no one over 2,400 in the whole tournament, that is not a GM norm. You know, the FIDE needs to clean that shit out, you know, because GM title just getting more and more stupid. Do you know, like, what I would have had to have done to make a GM norm in the World Senior? GM title in the World Senior would have required a 2,600 performance, basically. Win the tournament outright, and you've got like a 2,600 performance. No, I mean, Grandmaster title isn't what it used to be. But all titles aren't what they used to be. All right, what do we got? I gotta go. $11.37. I don't know. $11.37. My first rating was 11. The people in control. Corrupt. Totally corrupt organization. But on the other hand, like most sporting organizations are, and most political organizations are, so corruption is rife everywhere. You know, if it wasn't corrupt, it wouldn't be a sports organization, right? I gotta go, guys. Nice showing you. We'll see you maybe tomorrow night. We're gonna try to host a team scrimmage between the Kraken and the Pandas tomorrow night. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching me rant about FIDE and blogs and whatnot. Later, guys.